Kartika is working in IQ. I could have given my example. You think I have some ego problem? Absolutely not. I have not given because legally it would have been wrong. Because I fall under 194J. So when I teach you 194J, that concept will come. So Kartika is working in IQ. She is an administrative head. Now, she is very good in working. Sharp. Now, she belongs to you people only, by the way. She is from a CA fraternity only. You know this? Now, so she is employee in IQ. Let's say she get salary. How much? Some random amount I am writing. I don't know her salary. Why she will work in 30? 25? Mad? 35 at least take. 35,000 per month. Okay, I am taking random amount. I don't know. And now for Kartika it is what? Income. She will be called as pay. And for IQ it is expense. IQ will be called as pay. My question, who will going to deduct TDS? IQ. And it will deduct TDS under section 192. Are you understanding? So 192, employer will deduct TDS of employee. Employer will deduct TDS of employee. Now listen. I want to commit 1 or 2 murder today. One will be of Tima for sure. She could not hide there. She went backside. No, you sit there now. I'm sure she is using mobile phone. And then all that message I cannot reply. Hi dear, why you are not replying? Missing you so much. Come back soon. Now, look here. Guys, focus, Tawil. So, hey, look here. Employer shall consider the income of entire year of an for the purpose of deducting TDS. So, you'll consider the income of entire year. You will consider the income of entire year for the purpose of deducting TDS. Now, that means employer will consider that 12 months salary is there, na? So how much it is? Calculating, my God, 4,20,000. 4,20,000 income. This income they will consider for the purpose of deducting TDS. Employer will consider income of entire year for the purpose of deducting TDS. Now very interesting point. Kartika ma'am, I shall call her ma'am. Now, no, not because she is admin I said that way. She is younger to me, that is the only reason. Little younger to me. Much younger to me. No. Sheikh Sir is not younger to me. He is elder to me. Not much, little bit age difference. Now, ready everyone? So, now, can I say, Kartika ma'am has some other business activities also, other income also. Assuming she has house property inside the pit. Are you understanding? She has one house property in Little Mount. Little Mount, same place every time, Gindi. If you don't know places in Chennai, ask me, I'll inform you. You don't know Little Mount is where? Little Mount is a place. Saint Mount, Little Mount is also there. Mount Everest is in Chennai. Now focus. Look, wait. Another Kartika is having house two. Now some other example I am taking. She has some business. Let's say business from a grocery shop, and that income is 3 lakh, and she has some capital gain. Capital gain in this, she has long-term capital loss 2 lakhs. Now the question is, they says and then she has made some investments. Hey, by the way, did you like prospectus chapter? Nice? Not nice? You all did not like? So cold reply. Now, okay. So now this is the investment under LIC, which goes under ATC na. She made, let's say, 1 lakh rupees. Now my question to everybody, whether Kartika can inform her other profits. From Saidapet she has income of 3 lakhs. From Little Mount she has loss of 2 lakhs house. Can she inform her? Now 3 things I'll ask you. Can Kartika inform her other income? See, these are other income na yaar. Can she inform her other income? Number 1. Can she inform her other losses? And can she inform her investments? Did you understood these 3 situations first of all? Now the first thing I'll discuss. Can she inform her other income? Answer is yes. The question is not that she can inform or not. The question should arise that why she will inform. If she will inform her other income to employer, don't you think employer will consider that income also? And employer will deduct TDS on a higher amount. Are you understanding? So the question is not that whether she can inform or not. She can definitely inform. But the question should arise in your mind that, sir, why she will inform? If she will inform, then what will happen? Tell me. If she will inform, then employer will consider Kartika's other income also along with salary, and he will deduct tax on the whole income. IQ will deduct tax on, means more TDS will be deducted for Kartika. Are you understanding? So the question should be why Kartika will inform. I'll tell you why employee informs. Employee know that since my salary's TDS is already deducted by the employer, means all my data is already there with. Hey, on a serious note, tell me, are you all comfortable with prospectus? Okay, today please write it down. See, for law chapters I am telling you, I am putting lot of effort, which is unseen. Efforts, you cannot see it, because these topics are technically very complicated. I am making it simple with logics and everything. But as I told you, same deal right now, things will be very good. But will not right now, then it can be slightly challenging in future to retain it. So please understand. So as I told you, a Kartika's other income is there, which they will inform it to employer, everybody. Now why she will inform? Because Kartika know that my income is already there with, information is already there with government. Why? Because my TDS is already been deducted on the salary. Are you understanding? Now government already know my data, so anytime government can check full data. That means I have to pay tax on my all income, and since employer is already deducting my TDS, if I will inform my other income, if I will inform other income to employer, then the employer will consider all income. Then the employer will consider all income for the purpose of deducting TDS. Means the whole TDS on whole income is already deducted. Now don't you think return filing, that is filing details to the government, will be now mere formality? So for me now there is nothing to be done. What I will do, I will just go to the employer and will say, since all tax is already deducted, you can only file my return. So I can save my filing expenditure which I am supposed to pay to CA. If my taxes are already deducted, it is possible that employer will hire one CA and will file return of all the employees at once. And that is why many a time employee inform his all other income to employer. Did you understood now? Are you understanding? So if Kartika is informing her other income to IQ, whether IQ will consider that? Yes. And he will deduct TDS considering all other income. So this Saida paid income, this business income, Kartika can inform and IQ has to consider it. Now second point. Can Kartika inform her losses? This is employee can inform house property loss but cannot inform other loss. Now you will say, sir, why sir? Because employee can manipulate employer. See what happens now. My income is, let's say, 3,50,000. What I will do, I will show fake losses of business or maybe other heads fake losses, other sources had fake losses. And if I show fake losses to 2 lakhs, now income is only 1.5 lakhs, means employer will not deduct tax only. Employer will not deduct tax only, means tax information will not go to, the government. Are you listening? Tax information will not go to government. And if tax information is not going to the government, if tax information is not, government don't know about you, means government can never check it only. And now you will say, sir, but if these losses are shown to the government has mechanism to find out fake. Employer will not have any mechanism to find out whether you are showing some capital loss or some loss which is fake or fictitious. So if you show fake, employer will consider it as it is. Such a situation shall not arise. And that's why government says that employee cannot inform losses to the employer. But employee can inform one losses to the employer. Wake him up. House property loss. Why? Because under house property loss only standard deduction is allowed and interest on loan. So there is no chance of manipulation. So that losses can be informed. Other losses cannot be informed. But now your doubt will be, sir, but in this case it is possible that my employee salary income is there and my capital loss and some other losses are there which I cannot inform to employer, and that's why employer has deducted TDS. Subsequently it might be possible my tax will come lower than my actual tax. TDS deducted, it is possible, na? But that I have already told you in beginning. If excess TDS deducted, what will happen? Government will refund that. So no need to worry about this. Are you understanding? Respond here. So I'll ask you 2 questions, answer. Can employee inform other income? All income? Can employee inform house property income to employer? Respond. Yes, other income. Yes, house property loss. Other loss. But can they adjust other loss when they are doing their own return file? Yes. Are you understanding? Then employee can have some investments also. For example, LIC, which is deductible under 80C. Can they inform it to employer? Answer is yes. Because here manipulation is not possible. Whatever investment you will do, you will have some evidence about it. So those investments can be informed and employer has to consider it. So look here. employer has informed to, sorry, employee has to employer. First is income, and employer shall consider it. Are you understanding? If the employee has informed losses, if the employee has informed losses, if there are two losses possible, number one, which loss possible? House property loss. Number two, which loss possible? Others. If it is house property loss, employer has to consider it. If it is other loss, employer has to not consider. But this is eligible for set off. Are you understanding? Respond, yaar. Okay, now what if employee will inform investment? Employer has to consider it. So I'll ask you, you want to read or shall I ask you? Read, so that you will get breather of 2 minutes. Na? Shameless, read. Okay, now tell me, if employee is informing income to employer, what will happen first is whether employer has to consider it. Losses, house property, other losses, investments. Understood? Okay. And now let's say I am working with, let's say, two organizations. Rakesh, example I am giving. I am working with, let's say, Adnovate. Let's say I am working with IQ. Are you understanding? Actually both are my friends institute. I'm serious. That is the reason I am associated with them. Hence, Sheikh Sir and me are very good friends, and the owner of Adnovate is a very big institute in Mumbai, by the way. They have very big branches. So that the owner is Ashish Shah. He is also my good friend, more close to Sheikh Sir, but I don't tell it in front of Ashish. That happens, na envy. How you can be a better friend of him other than me, like that it happens. We all three are very good friends in a way. But now professional thing is professional thing. So let's assume I am charging X amount from both. I will not work free of cost. So let's say I'm charging, let's say I'm employee both places, and I'm getting, let's say, 4 lakh from Adnovate per month. Oh sorry, per annum. How per month I will get that much? Mad person. You really think I will get that much? More than that. I don't give all days to Adnovate. I have my own work also. I provide them 3 days around in a week. They will give me this much. And let's say IQ give me 3 lakhs per annum. Random example I am taking. Now, example, what? Mulupaythium. Urut. Now, my question, how TDS will be deducted when employee is working with more than one employer? When employee is working with more than, how TDS will be deducted? Like employer will deduct it individually, means Adnovate will deduct on 4 lakhs, IQ will deduct on 3 lakhs TDS, or it will be taken together and TDS will be deducted. Think and tell me. If employee is working with more than one employer, then how TDS will be deducted? It will be deducted individually or it will be deducted together? Think and tell me. Individually or together? Respond. Sir, eligible for set-off is applicable only if the payee files the return by himself. If payee files the return, means himself only he will file, na? Payee or anyone, CA can file, employer can file, whoever can file he is eligible for set-off. Okay, tell me, you will take individually or together? Income will be taken individually by the employer or it will be taken together for purposing deducting DDS? Obviously together, not individual. You are mulupaythium. Tell me one thing, if they will deduct individually, Adnovate will consider basic exemption limit. IQ will again consider. Don't you think my lower TDS will be deducted? Are you understanding? So they all will take together and they will say, see, income is 7.5 lakhs per annum. Let's calculate TDS on this. Some amount of TDS will come on that. Now Adnovate and HiQ will mutually decide how much Adnovate will deduct and how much IQ will deduct. Are you understanding? Respond. Now, so employee is working with more than one employer. Employee is working with more than one employer. Then income from all employers shall be considered for the purpose of deducting TDS. Are you understanding? Shall be considered from all employers. Did you understood? Shall I explain this again? Now, sometime in last 15-20 minutes, na, looking at your face, my confidence come down. Yes, sir. Okay, wait. Which chapter is going on? Yes. Section? 22. Who deduct TDS? Yeah. Whose TDS is deducted? Yeah. Okay, you are alive. Now, is sometime what happens, excess TDS get deducted. I'll give you a real life example. In 2011, I was working in one organization. I can take the name. My last institute's name I'll not take, but before that institute I was leave na. So, and you won't believe, in my career, in whatever institute I have worked, now today I am a senior most and one of the most popular faculty in Mumbai. But in my early days, I am talking, when I was a junior teacher, I worked as a head of department only. In those days, it was like when I was 22, 23, like in my young days. When I joined as a junior faculty, I have been recruited as head of department. Why I am telling you? I'll explain you with an example. Actually, what incident happened? I joined MT Educare. I don't know, you must not be knowing it. It was one of the institute in those days in Chennai, and we used to have 1000 students in one class. Now, there's one more question. Madhu is asking, if they didn't inform, then we deduct, sir. Yeah, but if they have not informed, how will you come to know, Madhu, what to deduct? Now, in MT Educare, I was working as a head of department for direct tax and law, and they used to give me fixed salary. How much they used to give me? Fixed salary. I'll not tell you the amount. It was not much also, by the way, but it was rationally good amount. They used to give me fixed salary. Now, for the example purpose, I'm giving you 3 lakhs per month. They used to give me example. Now, 1 month actually happened in the month of June. I still remember. They have not deducted my TDS. I was so happy now. Assume, example I'm saying, assume on 3 lakh the TDS is coming, supposed to come 30,000. So they are supposed to send me 2.7 lakhs. Now they sent me 3 lakhs. So they have not deducted TDS. I was happy. I thought they gave me increment. Because I did not knew now that they have not deducted TDS. I thought more amount came means they gave me increment. I was happy. Few days after, I got a mail from HR. They told me due to some technical reason TDS has not been deducted in this month. Can it be subsequently adjusted in subsequent month? Sorry, so it will be adjusted in the subsequent month. Now my question to everybody, can it be adjusted in the subsequent month? Respond. If it is not deducted in this month, can it be adjusted in subsequent month? Answer is yes. So these are technical problems. Sometimes there will be less deduction. Sometimes there will be more deduction. It can be adjusted in subsequent period. So if less TDS is deducted, next month you can deduct 60,000, 30,000 this month, 30,000 next. Or if more TDS is deducted, then next month you can deduct lower TDS. So any excess or deficit, TDS can be adjusted when in subsequent period. I hope it is clear. Now, sometime what happens? Employee changes his employment during the year. Let's say last year I changed my institute. I was in ABC Institute. Arey leave na. How does it make difference? Now, I was working in ABC Institute as a head of department for law and tax. I left that institute in the month of, I informed them 3 years back only that I am going to leave. They wanted to give me notice period of almost 2.5, 3 years. And I actually served that period notice. They don't wanted me to leave only. So they purposely dragged it to that way so that I don't leave. I had my different aspirations in life. So I served, I finished everything. I left that institute in September. I joined Adnovit. Obviously. And let's say October. My question, if this ABC Institute must have deducted TDS. Whether Adnovit will consider the TDS deducted by ABC Institute. Why? Because employer will consider entire income of the entire year. Na? For example, from April to September, this institute, let's say, gave me, just an example I'm saying, gave me 13 lakhs. And let's say this institute gave me, let's say from October to March, let's say 20 lakhs. So taken together it is coming out to be 33 lakhs. So Adnovit will consider my whole year income na 33 lakhs for the purpose of deducting TDS. My question, if the ABC Institute have already deducted TDS of 2 lakhs, whether the TDS deducted by the earlier employer, will it be considered by the new employer for the purpose of deducting TDS? Think and tell me. Respond here. Will they consider? Yes. Why they will consider? Otherwise, don't you think there will be double deduction? On this income, the TDS is already deducted by the earlier institute. And if the same TDS will again be deducted by the new institute, don't you think there will be what? There will be double deduction of TDS. There will be what? Tell me. That's why if the TDS is already deducted by the former employer, it will be considered by the new employer. This is just an example. My TDS is not getting deducted in 192. In fact, I am not employee of Adnovit. I am associate with Adnovit and HiQ equally. Means I have joined like that only. So it is like my association is with HiQ and with Adnovit like that. So now what they are saying, when employee has changes his employment during previous year, then any TDS deducted by earlier employer will be adjusted by new employer. Are you understanding? So let's say if income is 90,000, at this point we have already discussed. So this point is completed. Now I'll ask you a few things, answer. First is, can I say employee will consider income of the employer will consider income of the employee of entire year for the purpose of deducting TDS. Number one point. Is this clear to everybody? Then TDS deducted when employee informs other income. When employee informs other income of the employer, then employer will consider such income or not consider? Consider. If inform losses, which losses will be considered? What about other losses? Not consider but can be set off. What about investments? Okay, if employee is working with more than one, and what about investments? If employee is working, smile, if employee is working with more than one employer, whether income from all the employer will be taken together for the purpose of deducting TDS, or individually they will do, or they will take it together? Respond. They will take it individually or together? They will take it together. Now, if for losses, house property loss, they will consider. Other losses? Okay. And for income, which income? House property, other, all income. Investment also they will consider. And if they are working with more than one employer, then income from all the employees will be taken together for the purpose of deducting TDS. Now, tell me if some more TDS is deducted in the period or deficit TDS has been deducted. Can I say, can it be considered in the subsequent period? Answer is, if any excess or deficit is there, then it can be considered in the subsequent period for the purpose of deducting. It can be adjusted. And now, if one employee has changed his employment during the year, and then if the income is in the TDS deducted by the earlier employer, will it be considered by the new employer? If employee has changed his employment during the year and TDS is deducted by the earlier employer, will it be considered by the new employer? Yes. Okay, so finally we have completed with section 192. I will give you homework. Just remember, first homework is prospectus, whatever I have taught today. Question answers, if you will not write today, it's okay. For law, for DT, you have your homework will be today's theory plus question answers, but do it in this order. First priority should be for law, theory. Second order, do question answers of theory of direct tax, and third will be direct tax question answers. Fourth, I don't know, your time will not permit, so do these three homework for you. That much will be sufficient. Is this clear? Sure. That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you. I am here for doubts, etc. So no need to worry. Thank you. Bye Zoom students. Take care. See you all tomorrow.